Let us pray. Almighty God, the creator and ruler of heaven and earth, we beseech thee to inspire and guide all our actions so that we may always walk in the path of justice, love, and charity to one another. Help us with thy grace to do only those things that will promote the unity, peace, happiness, and prosperity of Nigeria in general and Lagos State in particular. Amen. Good afternoon, distinguished colleagues. You are all welcome to today's sitting. We sincerely apologize for the delay in commencement of today's sitting. Let us quickly go through the votes and proceedings of Monday, 28th October 2019. Page 26, page 27, page 28. I have examined the votes and proceedings of Monday, 28th October 2019, and approval is here granted. Any message from the governor?
Right, Honorable Speaker, distinguished honorable members, there is no message from the
Any
government.
other announcements?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to announce the presence of 35 students of New Hall International School, located at Chevy View Estate, Lekki, Lagos State, led by Mr. Oluwabiyi Odunwole, Mr. Olawale Oyamuso, Ms. Chidima Ozuani, and Ms. Ifesie Kate, at the gallery to observe the house proceedings. That's all, sir.
Okay. Petition?
None, Mr. Speaker.
Matter of other public importance? None. Personal explanation? None. Report? None. Business of the day, Honorable Ishao. Is there any problem, Honorable Ishao?
Court of the Report of the Joint Committee on Finance and Economic Planning and Budget on His Excellency's request for reorder of the year 2019 budget.
Thank you. Before presentation of report, let me recognize the presence of 35 students of New All International School located at Chevy Estate, Lekki, Lagos State, led by Mr. Oluwabi Odunwole, Mr. Olawale Oyamuso, Ms. Chidima Osuani, and Ms. Ives Eke. You are all welcome. We thank you for coming. Majority Leader.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, we have to be presented report of the Joint Committee on Finance and Economic Planning and Budget on the Excellency's request for reordering of the year 2019 budget. To be able to take the presentation, I wish to move that this House dissolve the Committee of Supply. I so move.
Honorable Oluwa. Oh, sorry, Honorable Naim. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I write second the motion as moved.
All in favor say aye. Those against no. The ayes have it. Honorable Abiru, please oppose. So,
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good afternoon, colleagues. With the permission of Mr. Speaker and the concurrence of my co-chairman for this committee, who has graciously agreed that I render the report. We have the report of the Joint Committee on Finance and Economic Planning and Budget on His Excellency's request for reordering of the year 2019 budget. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, you will recall that the House received a letter dated 2nd October 2019 from His Excellency Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, Governor of the Lagos State, seeking the approval of the House for reordering of priorities under the year 2019 budget. The letter was read on the floor of the House on Tuesday, 15th October 2019, and committed saying to the Joint Committee on Finance and Economic Planning and Budget for further legislative scrutiny. Mr. Speaker, permit me to move to submission, which is review of the year 2019 budget. Based on the document submitted to the committee, the budget performance of the state was 71% as at 31st August 2019, which is below the set target of 100%. The recurrent expenditure 80% and the capital expenditure 64%, which indicates that the expected recurrent performed more than capital expenditure. Submission. Mr. Samuel Egube, Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, explained that the need for reordering arose as a result of the revenue running behind expectation to fund all the necessary projects in the year 2019. Moreover, the need to reorder some budgetary provisions that are not likely to be utilized this 2019 fiscal year. Also, to take advantage of the bond opportunity normally available in the last quarter of the year, as recent audited accounts have been completed. Else, the state will only be able to approach the capital market again in July year 2020, when the audited accounts of that year will be ready. This was corroborated by the Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Rabi Olowo. Thus, the proposal by the state to source from the capital market 100 billion bond and 150 billion internal loan to bridge the expected revenue before the end of the year as follows. We have Table A and Table B, which my honorable colleagues can peruse while I read other parts of the report. Mr. Speaker, permit me to move straight to findings, which is page 4, section 4. Findings. A. Expenditure donor MDAs. The committee observed that MEPB needed and opted to reorder additional funds to the 34.050 billion earlier requested. They eventually settled for 93 billion 742 million 707,530 naira. There is therefore the need to draw this fund from the following ministries, departments, and agencies in the state, totaling the sum of 93.742,707,530 billion. Comprising of 25 billion 707 million.
I hope everything is okay this morning.
I'm just we've not slept trying to prepare this report, and I'm a bit under the weather, sir. But I'll cope with it, it's not a problem. Comprising of 25.705 billion as recurrent expenditure and 68.034 billion as capital expenditure to cater for the proposed reordering. Please see reordering table mark annexure 1, page 11. The breakdown is as follows. 1. The sum of 16 billion naira from the vote head other personnel costs in the Ministry of Establishment, Training and Pensions to be reordered away. Initially, MEPB requested that the sum of 24 billion be reordered from this vote head, but the committee opined that provision must be made for payment of at least 2 months' arrears of minimum wage this year, in addition to payment for the months of November and December 2019, making a total of 4 months' payment this year, while other arrears from April 2019 will be taken care of next year. The Commissioner for Establishment, Training and Pensions informed the committee that there is no objection to the reorder of the fund away from the Establishment, Training and Pensions other personnel cost vote head. 2. The sum of 836,694,251 naira from the vote head HSC capacity building in the Health Service Commission be reordered. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, informed the committee that there is no objection to the reorder of the fund away from the Health Service Commission capacity building vote head. 3. The sum of 1,368,059,258 naira from the vote head TESCOM capacity building in Lagos State Teaching Service Commission be reordered. 4. The sum of 403,580,358 naira from the vote head external debt charges in the Ministry of Finance be reordered. 5. The sum of 7,099,420,397 naira from the vote head dedicated expenditure in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget be reordered. 6. The sum of 2 billion naira from the vote head EGIS project capital expenditure of the Ministry of Science and Technology be reordered. 7. The sum of 2,213,305,749 naira from the vote head Development of Heritage Center, upgrade of museums, capital expenditure of the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture be reordered. 8. The sum of 87,081,639 naira from the capital expenditure of the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission be reordered. 9. The sum of 1 billion naira from the voted furnishing of Revenue House and the Ministry of Finance be reordered. 10. The sum of 3 billion naira from the voted investment in Odua in the Ministry of Finance be reordered. 11. The sum of 7 billion naira from the voted Lagos Bus Reform Transport Infrastructure LAGBOS in the special expenditure domiciled in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget be reordered. 12. The sum of 1 billion naira from the voted construction of jetties and terminals in the Ministry of Waterfront Infrastructure be reordered. 13. The sum of 1 billion naira from the voted slum regeneration in the Lagos State Urban Renewal Agency be reordered. 14. The sum of 1 billion naira from the voted upgrade of vocational institutes in the Lagos State Technical and Vocational Education Board be reordered. 15. The sum of 1 billion naira from voted procurement of heavy-duty equipment in the Ministry of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations be reordered. 16. The sum of 2 billion naira in the Employment Trust Fund be reordered. The committee frowned at the reordering of this fund meant for business support of micro businesses that will help sustain and create jobs in the Lagos economy. However, the commissioner assured the committee that the repayment from existing borrowers will meet the agency's needs for this year. 17. The sum of 1.5 billion naira from the vote at furnishing and equipping of multi-agency building in the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure be reordered. 18. The sum of 2 billion naira from the voted dualization of Lekki Epe in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget be reordered. The commissioner further stated that the 1 billion naira balance left in the budget will suffice for any outstanding payment for this year. 19. The sum of 1.5 billion naira from the voted strategic roads in Epe in the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure be reordered. The Special Advisor, Works and Infrastructure, stated that the 1.5 billion naira left in the budget will suffice for any outstanding payment for this year, as work is already at over 80%. 20. The sum of 2,15,635,320 naira under capital expenditure in the vote at Ministry of Waterfront Infrastructure Development be reordered. 21. The sum of 1 billion naira in the Primary Health Care Board be reordered. That the 500 million naira remaining under the vote will cater for payments required for the last quarter of this year. 22. The sum of 1,568,400,000 naira in the capital of the vote-head College of Health Technology be reordered. 23. The sum of 1 billion naira in the capital expenditure vote-head of Lagos State Residents Registration Agency, LSHA, be reordered. 24. The sum of 257,531,203 naira from the vote-head neighborhood safety expenses in the Ministry of Special Duties be reordered. 25. The sum of 600 million naira from vote-head water equipment in the Lagos State Wastewater Management Office be reordered. 26. The sum of 8 billion naira from the capital expenditure vote-head of the Ministry of Health be reordered. 27, the sum of 1.5 billion naira from the capital expenditure vote head of the Ministry of Housing be reordered. 28, the sum of 1,349,000,000 naira from the vote head construction of 4 stadia in the capital expenditure of the Lagos State Sports Commission be reordered. 29, the sum of 8 billion naira from the capital expenditure vote head of the Lagos State Metropolitan Area Transport Authority Lamata be reordered. 30, the sum of 949 million naira, 510,000 from the vote head trailer park in the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure be reordered. 31, the sum of 3 billion naira from the vote head outstanding liabilities in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget be reordered. 32, the sum of 4,928,273,850 naira from the vote head of the Capital Development Fund of the New Towns Development Authority, NTDA, now in the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development be reordered. 33, the sum of 78,711,769 naira from the vote head of Capital Development outflow of the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development be reordered. 34, the sum of 1,403,553,736 naira from the vote head Capital Development outflow of the Ministry of Housing be reordered. 35, the sum of 91,750,000 naira from the vote head Capital Development outflow of the Ministry of Water Front Infrastructure Development be reordered. 36, the sum of 6 billion naira from the vote head grants in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget be reordered. Next, there are the tables of the donor indicating the various sums already mentioned. B, expenditure recipient MDAs. The committee also
I
noted.
don't think that is necessary. You have told us what you want to reorder.
Okay.
Telling us who is giving and who is taking. It's not.
That can be found on the table. So I'll move
It's
on.
what?
Thank you. It's already in the table. I'll move on as you have.
So you
Right.
move on. I think maybe we should just move on. I don't know what is next.
Next is we have
We will go to the recommendation.
Section 5, page 38, recommendation. Based on the findings above, the committee hereby recommends for the donors that the sum under vote head other personnel costs in the Ministry of Establishment, Training and Pensions be 16,670,578,565 naira. 2, the sum under the vote head HSC capacity building in the Health Service Commission, Ministry of Health, be 163,305,749 naira. 3, the sum under vote head TESCOM capacity building in the Lagos State Teaching Service Commission, Ministry of Education, be 131,940,742 naira. 4, the new sum under the vote head external debt charges in the Ministry of Finance be 5,050,233,908 naira. 5, the new sum under the vote head dedicated expenditure in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget be 18,992,579 naira. 6, the sum under the vote head, the new sum under the vote head, EGIS project capital expenditure of the Ministry of Science and Tech be 1,386,526,766 naira. 7, the new sum under vote head development of Heritage Center, upgrade of museum, capital expenditure of the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture B, 2,342,501,582 naira. 8. The new sum under the vote head capital expenditure of Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission be 8,891,595 naira. 9. The new sum under the vote head furnishing of Revenue House in the Ministry of Finance be nil. 10. The new sum under vote head investment in Odua in the Ministry of Finance be nil. 11. The new sum under the vote head Lagos Bus Reform Public Transport Infrastructure in the Special Expenditure Schedule 1 Part C, domiciled in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget be nil. 12. The new sum under vote head construction of jetties and terminals in the Ministry of Waterfront Infrastructure be nil. 13. The new sum under vote head slum regeneration in the Lagos State Urban Renewal Agency be 78,441,033 naira. 14. The new sum under vote head upgrade of vocational institute in the Lagos State Technical and Vocational Education Board under the Ministry of Education be 64,354,441 naira. 15. The new sum under the vote head procurement of heavy duty equipment in the Ministry of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations be 981,748,955 naira. 16. The new sum under vote head employment trust fund be 776,276,200 naira. 17. The new sum under vote head furnishing and equipping of multi-agency building in the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure be 100 million naira. 18. The new sum under the vote head dualization of Lekki Ekpe in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget be 1 billion naira. 19. The new sum under the vote head strategic growth in Ekpe in the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure be 1.5 billion naira. 20. The new sum under the vote head Ministry of Waterfront Infrastructure Development be 1,484,364,680 naira. 21. The new sum under vote head Primary Health Care Board in the Ministry of Health be 500 million naira. 22. The new sum under vote head College of Health Education be 94,012,000 naira. 23. The new sum under vote head Lagos State Resident Registration Agency LSHA be nil. 24. The new sum under vote head Neighborhood Safety Expenses in the Lagos State Neighborhood Safety Agency in the Ministry of Special Duties be 258,131,394 naira. 25. The new sum under the vote head water equipment in the Lagos State Wastewater Management Office in the Ministry of the Environment be 5,203,700 naira. 26. The new sum under the vote head capital expenditure Ministry of Health be 4,648,856,527 naira. 27. The new sum under the vote head capital expenditure Ministry of Housing be 10,500,000,000 naira. 28. The new sum under vote head construction of 4 stadia in the capital expenditure of the Lagos State Sports Commission be 1,978,226,193 naira. 29. The new sum under the vote head capital expenditure vote head Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, which is Lamata, be 12,194,274,373 naira. 30. The new sum under the vote head trailer park in the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure be 2,50,490,000 naira. 31. The new sum under the vote head outstanding liabilities in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget be 2 billion naira. 32. The new sum under the vote at Capital Development Outflow, New Towns Development Authority in the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development be 1,075,726,150 naira. 33. The new sum under the vote head Capital Development Outflow of the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development be 31,088,231 naira. 34. The new sum under the vote head Capital Development Outflow of the Ministry of Housing be 2,748,442,799 naira. 35. The new sum under vote head Capital Development Outflow of the Ministry of Waterfront Infrastructure Development be 8,250,000 naira. 36. The new sum under vote head grants in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget be 4 billion naira. 37. The new sum under vote head general overhead cost of the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget be 2,125,689,600 naira. 38. The new sum under the vote head overhead cost of security and emergency and the capital expenditure of security and emergency in the Ministry of Special Duties be 1.5 billion naira. 39. The new sum under vote head overhead cost special duties expensive Office of Chief of Staff in the Ministry of Special Duties be 9,954,442,377 naira. 40. The new sum under vote head overhead cost of the Ministry of Finance be 41,573,386,400 naira. 41. The new sum under vote head Community Festival and Arts in the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture be 1,659,045,012 naira. 42. The new sum under vote head overhead cost contingency fund and capital expenditure contingency fund in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget be 500 million naira and 3,701,912,483 naira respectively. 43. The new sum under vote head overhead cost of internal debt charges in the Ministry of Finance be 26,163,059,368,000 naira. 44. The new sum under vote head capital expenditure special expenditure in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget be 39,939,098,901 naira. 45. The sum of 4 billion naira is hereby approved from the Special Expenditure Fund for the Smart City Project, Ministry of Science and Tech, under the Ministry of Science and Tech, 46. The sum of 2 billion naira is hereby approved from the Special Expenditure Fund for the LSHA e-Campus Project, under the Ministry of Science and Tech. 47. The new sum under vote head capital expenditure public work corporation under the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure be 8,700,237,094 naira. 48. The new sum under vote head capital expenditure Ministry of Works and Infrastructure be 847 million. Sorry, 800 and sorry, there's an easier. Should be 84 million 734. Sorry, 84 billion 734 million 227,030 naira. Thank you. The new sum under the vote head, Capital Expenditure CLI, Bridging Fund in the Ministry of Environment B, 8,564,400,000 naira. 50. The new sum under the voting head, Capital Expenditure External Loan Principal Repayment in the Ministry of Finance, be 8,604,081,639 naira. 51. The new sum under voting head, Capital Expenditure Internal Loan Principal Repayment in the Ministry of Finance, be 45,15,635,320 naira. 52. The new sum under the voting head, Capital Expenditure Consolidated Debt Service Account CDSA in the Ministry of Finance, be 26,857,531 naira. 53. The various sums under the MDAs listed in annexures 3A, 3B, and 3C under the column with heading Year 2019 Revised Estimate be the new sums of the MDA's revenues, dedicated revenues, and capital receipts inflow. 54. The new sums of 3 billion naira, 150 billion naira, and 100 billion naira be the vote heads of others, external loans, internal loans, and board issuance of deficit funding sources, respectively. In summary, the following reordering be approved as follows. Reordering for capital expenditure 74,824,648,162 naira. Reordering for recurrent expenditure be 18,918,059,368 naira. Total reordering be 93,742,707,550 naira. That the sum of 387,235,948 naira be approved as the total recurrent expenditure, being the revised value for the year 2019 appropriation law for the year ending 31st December 2019. 2. The sum of 486,481,224,777 naira be approved as the total capital expenditure for the year ending December 31st, 2019. And 3. The year 2019 approved budget size be 873,532,460,725 naira. In conclusion, the committee expresses gratitude to Mr. Speaker and the entire House for the opportunity given to serve. Our regards also goes to Mr. Clark and the Secretariat for their support in achieving this task. Thank you. Honorable Olowo R.E., Chairman, Economic Planning and Finance. Honorable Bolaon Olusegun, Chairman, Committee on Economic Planning and Budget.
Honorable Tunde Bravo. The report of the committee, as eloquently presented by the chairman, co-chairman, be adopted for debate, sir. Honorable Rai.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to second the motion as moved.
All in favor say aye. Those against no. The ayes have it. Who goes first? Honorable Ivan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, may I first commend the joint chairman of the committee for a proper job well done, sir. Mr. Speaker, we need to expeditiously consider the request of the executive in this well-detailed report. Mr. Speaker, the committee has done justice to the request, and it has explained to us the need to support our government such that the good people of Lagos State can feel our impact. Mr. Speaker, I have no inhibition, neither do I have any vacillation in moving, sir, that this report,
Moving what?
in moving, sir, that the report be adopted as a result of the House. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Jude.
Thank you, my speaker and my colleagues. Sir, in the same vein, I want to appreciate the committee for the job for me that is well done. They have spent time, sleepless night to get it done, and just also getting it done on time. So I urge my colleagues to positively look at this report and ensure that it's passed immediately. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Joseph.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good afternoon, colleagues. Mr. Speaker, I would also like to commend the Joint Committee for a job well done. Also, to appreciate that the House is standing for the people by investing so much in infrastructure development as this budget has shown. Mr. Speaker, I would also like to join to say that the House supports and passes the budget.
Honorable Robert can now move the motion if it is consensus.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the report of the Joint Committee, the recommendations of the Joint Committee on Finance and Appropriation be adopted as resolutions of this House. I so move, sir.
Honorable Jude.
Sir, I rise to support the motion as properly moved, sir.
All in favor say aye. Those against, no. The ayes have it. On this note, I quite agree with the position of Honorable Tunde Brahimo that we do everything possible to create support and opportunity for the governor and his team to serve the people of Lagos. The rain has continued to fall, and reason for us to do everything necessary to put everything in place so that at the time the rain ceases falling, the governor can quickly embark on major challenge facing us in Lagos State, which is all about road and other infrastructural development. And it is essential that we pass this request in adjusting 2019 budget. On this note, we have approval of sectoral allocation. There are sums of 1,799,086,002 naira for personnel costs. 8,594,305,206 naira for overhead costs, and 836,144,734 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against no, the ayes have it. House of Assembly, that the sums of 461,284,529 naira for personnel cost, 8,600,5 52 million naira for overhead costs, 12,825 million naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Economic planning and budget. The sums of 342,972,415 naira for personnel costs, 4,305,654,385 naira for overhead costs, 74,143,297,609 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Establishment and training. The sums of 57,457,434,482 naira for personnel costs, 4,860,503,885 naira for overhead costs, and 432,812,338 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Finally, the sums of 430,902,139 naira for personnel costs, 67,21,679,676 naira for overhead costs, 4,901,901,483 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Information and strategy. The sums of 340,648,429 naira for personnel costs, 735,471,171 naira for overhead costs, and 744,363,664 naira for capital stands as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Local governments. The sums of 417,574,322 naira for personnel costs, 889,043,079 naira for overhead costs, and 645,899,081 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Science and technology. The sum of 249,671,364 naira for personnel costs, 700,776,406 naira for overhead costs, and 5,166,176 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Justice. The sums of 937,343,173 naira for personnel costs, 604,947,458 naira for overhead costs, and 3,603,323,078 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Judiciary. The sums of 2,178,642,749 naira for personnel costs, 3,172,650,000 naira for overhead costs, and 4,156,602,303 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against no, the ayes have it. Special duty. There are sums of 830,884,424 naira for personnel costs, 14,146,868 naira for overhead costs, and 7,734,209,961 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Agriculture. There are sums of 720,469,767 naira for personnel costs, 86,737,185 naira for overhead costs, 2,752,384,922 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Commerce and industry. The sums of 1,173,383,681 naira for personnel costs, 2,192,675,602 naira for overhead costs, and 11,032,934,207 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Transportation. The sums of 4,188,021,032 naira for personnel costs, 786,984,380 naira for overhead costs, and 22,653,744,373 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Works and infrastructure. The sums of 1,091,648,477 naira for personnel costs, 466,586,453 naira for overhead costs, 93,132,117,873 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against no, the ayes have it. Environment. The sums of 1,455,134,949 naira for personnel costs, 1,718,625,758 naira for overhead costs, 23,415,788,972 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against the ayes have it. Housing. The sums of 212,398,983 naira for personnel costs, 60 million naira for overhead costs, and 10,515,473,793 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Lands. The sums of 551,454,216 naira for personnel costs, 439 million naira for overhead costs, 4,366,646,771 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. physical planning and urban development. That sums of 1,473,649,999 naira for personnel costs, 100 million naira for overhead costs, 4,960,601,867 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against no. The ayes have it. Aye. That sums of 33,044,843,303 naira for personnel costs, 18,30,419,502 naira for overhead costs, and 12,57,709,285 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against no. The ayes have it. Home Affairs. That sums of 172,347,107 naira for personnel costs, 1,401,382,180 naira for overhead costs, 369,691,799 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against no. The ayes have it. Sports development. The sums of 226,966,738 naira for personnel costs, 985,844,798 naira for overhead costs, 1,978,226,193 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against no. The ayes have it. Education. The sums of 43,045,524,098 naira for personnel costs, 3,940,489,948 naira for overhead costs, 27,484,602,097 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against no. The ayes have it. Social protection. The sums of 755,729,960 naira for personnel costs, 1,917,992,799 naira for overhead costs, and 2,839,596,768 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against no. The ayes have it. States right. The sum of 141,247,248,162 naira for capital stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against no. The ayes have it. Grand total. The grand total of 153,556,16,385 naira for personnel costs, 140,867,916,687 naira for overhead costs, 18,992,422,803 naira for dedicated expenditure, 73,634,880,073 naira for subvention, 486,481,224,777 naira for capital expenditure stand as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. Those against no, the ayes have it. Budget size. The sum of 873,532,460,725 naira, big total budget size, stands as part of the schedule. All in favor say aye. All against say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you very much. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I wish to move that the House reverts to plenary from Committee of Supply. I so move.
Honorable Tobo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to second the motion.
All in favor say aye. Those against no, the ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Distinguished colleagues, supply, they have a budget on the Excellency request for reordering of the year 19 budget. The committee were taken as the resolution of the whole House, and subsequently there was sectorial approval of the schedule to the report. Mr. Speaker, I wish to say that the Committee of Supply.
Honorable Naim.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to affirm that that was a true recap at the Committee of the Supply.
Honorable Tobo.
I rise to second the affirmation.
All in favor say aye. Those against no, the ayes have it. Honorable, is it Honorable Isha or Lowo who is taking the turn?
Mr. Speaker, my colleague, good afternoon. That a bill for law to amend the Appropriation Law 2019 and to authorize the reordering of 18,918,059,368 naira from specific subheads of the recurrent expenditure and 74,824,648,162 naira from specific subheads of capital expenditure to augment other specific subheads of recurrent and capital expenditures by reducing the recurrent expenditure from 393 billion 841 million 387,020 naira to 387 billion and 51 million 235,948 naira, and increasing capital expenditure from 479 billion 691 million 73,705 naira to 486 billion 481 million 224,777 naira, while the year 2019 budget size still remains at 873 billion 532 million 460,725 naira for the year ending 31st December 2019 be read a third time. I so move.
Thank you. That a bill for law to amend the Appropriation Law 2019 and to authorize the reordering of 918,368 naira billion from specific subheads of the recurrent expenditure and 74,824,648,000 684,000 162 billion from specific subheads of capital expenditure to augment other specific subheads of recurrent and capital expenditures by reducing the recurrent expenditures from 393 billion 841 million 387,020 billion to 887 billion 51 million 235,948 billion, and increasing capital expenditure from 479 billion 691 million 73,705 billion to 486 billion 481 million 224,777 billion, while the year 2019 budget size still remains at 873 billion 532 million 460,725 billion for the year ending 31st December 2019. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. Mr. Clerk, kindly forward the clean copy to His Excellency Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu is absent. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, we've come to the end of today's session. And I have the approval of the Right Honorable Speaker to move that this House adjourns till Monday, the 4th day of November at 12 noon. I so move.
Honorable Akili.
I rise to second the motion as moved by the majority leader.
All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. This House stands adjourned to Monday, 4th November 2019 at 12 noon prompt. I rise.